I really want to hate on him so bad. I want you to know I want to hate on this nigga so bad. Y'all have that one friend that just you just want to hate on. It's him. It's him because he's like, "Hey, I'm Tay. How y'all doing today?"
RJ, am I pretty likable?
RJ's the most.
He's shaking his head behind camera.
RJ's the most fairest person in here. So
that's real.
he's just nice,
No, you said he's the most fairest person here.
fair and nice.
No. You said fair.
More nice than
So
fair.
he keeps it 100.
What's up, y'all? It's Cartier Rob.
Let's take forward.
And if you are choosing our podcast today, you are choosing a regular episode. So if you're looking for fun, if you're looking for debauchery and some minor learning, welcome to the Play No Games podcast.
And plenty of pause comments from Rob.
First and foremost, that's the only thing that's in their brains. So if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. And actually, if you made it this far in the video, if you like all the new changes we have, please give us some feedback. Hear that in the comments. So, Tay, what should we do next?
I think we should do what we do every week.
Oh my God. There's no energy.
Attempt to take over the world.
I love that. So I'm definitely brain, right?
Well, they did. Never mind.
You remember the pigeon? Wait, unmute me. You remember the pigeons that would like walk down the street, act all gangster, but they're just pigeons?
Okay.
Be one of them.
Hey, I'm fine with that. I'll be the pigeons.
Yeah.
So, you seeing that you did not take my cue, we're getting into our very first topic, the topic that you know, love, and it's the foundation of the show. Tay, what are you playing no games about?
Commitment to goals. My friend Coop, he has been the most active person in terms of like his physical activity, but last 13 days as of today, he's hit the gym. He's made dietary changes, and we're all trying to support him and get our asses together as well. So, just everybody's kind of locking in.
Okay.
Oh.
You doing a 75 hard?
75 soft. I'm not going to lie to myself and say I'm going to read every single day. I read for a living for work, so sometimes I do need to disengage.
Fair enough.
But other than that, pretty much everything else.
Okay, congrats.
Yep.
Okay. You want to know what I played on games about? I want to play on games about is when we were kids, having to watch TV shows on a schedule helped us be better time managers. Because if that show came on at 6 o'clock, we would organize our entire life after we got out of school to make sure we watched that 6 o'clock show.
I had practice, but I definitely understand where you probably were coming from with that.
What do you have practice for?
Basketball, football,
Okay,
soccer.
Soccer. I was active too.
Well, clearly not.
I just gave it an example. An example of like, I was thinking about that because someone said that in like a comment. I was like, damn, yeah. After school, I would definitely structure like, how am I going to make sure I watch this freaking show? And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
So it was like backyard baseball type practice.
First and foremost, which you will learn tomorrow, I'm a street legend, the stopper.
You're a street legend.
Yeah.
On what street?
Highland.
Highland? Mm-hmm. I didn't know people really like post up on Highland.
Yeah, close to Ainsworth.
Oh, okay. It's like an off street of...
Yeah, because
Ainsworth is actually where I grew up, and we never saw you outside.
It's okay.
You were never outside.
I'm one of the whispers.
The whispers.
One of the whispers. If you needed somebody locked down, first and foremost, I was a very active child. Let's start that.
I never saw you outside.
Maybe
I was always on my block.
That's okay. I was between 20th and 30th. I was outside, Fabian.
I went to Fabian, never saw you.
Don't worry
After
about
you left.
Alberta.
Was always up there. TBs, I mean, clearly, come on.
We're going to learn a lot about basketball.
He's got a girlfriend in Canada.
For sure. Well, close enough.
Well, since
he walks into all of them.
no, I did. What is this new thing that y'all got going on here? Y'all going on dates?
Nah. No. I mean, the first month I met him, I threatened him. It's like, well, I should say he received it as that. I was like just shooting the shit, but since then we've been like, that's my guy.
Yeah, man. It's like you and y'all about to go return the ring to Mordor. We got Frodo and
Boromir.
I don't know.
Gimli. Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah,
That's fine.
Gimli for sure. So, first topic.
There we go. See,
Well, it was your topic, so.
we're going with mine first. Okay, my
Well,
bad.
was that not what we said, or do you want to just go straight into the game?
I thought we were going to commercial break. That's
I
what,
thought so too, but
we'll be right back.
The Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Wow, look at that. That was a quick commercial break. We've been slouching, and I hear the Backseat Critics are back. So hopefully at this time, you take the time, pause, stop this video, go follow the Backseat Critics, and come back. Now,
when were we supposed to be doing the crossover episode?
I've talked about it.
What was it, Friday? Saturday night?
It's 1 o'clock.
All right, 1 o'clock?
Does that work?
All right, yeah, that works.
Fair enough.
Not gonna lie, I definitely need that reminder.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What are we watching?
Don't worry about it.
Fair enough.
He tried.
In other news, in more recent news, one of our top, our streamer celebrities now?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. One of our top new celebrities / streamers, Kai Cenat. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard of him before. He has come out with his latest idea, and it is Streamers University.
Basically, a male version of Baddies.
That's great. I wasn't going to take it there. But, another wild Kai Cenat idea to get, people to go to the streams. I believe he's on Kick.
Yep. And it's also just a great business model in terms of collaboration with different brands.
Yeah, and I'm just curious, how do you feel about Streaming University? Because I have some thoughts and I have some points I'll point out, but I'm just curious. Did you catch any of the streams?
I did. I'm not a person. Well, I caught clips. I should say,
All right.
floating on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, but it's like mindless entertainment.
Yeah.
I think this is like the next evolution of traditional reality TV.
Yeah.
So
No, 1,010%. And because I don't want to hate on Kai because it is a really good idea.
but God bless India Love.
Yeah. If you see this, I know a guy. And one, I want to give him 10 out of 10 for the idea. But when I first came out, I was actually taken aback that how he presented it was I want to help the unseen creators get seen. And the clip I did catch was most of the people are already in their bag. Mm-hmm. So it kind of had me damn, I feel because I don't want to say Kai, what didn't live up to his words, but usually he's hey, I want to help out the underdog.
You know what I think he probably is doing though? He's probably introducing a new model of his platform. Mm-hmm. If I have some established, streamers, it's easier to sell, and then I can start implementing, new streamers into the fold after this initial push.
Oh, see, I actually didn't think of that way because I know I saw a lot of reactions of people who are definitely much higher than us, but definitely nowhere to a Chicklet or those other people where I'm just kind of I loosely know what this person is, but I don't know this person. And I was just kind of I was expecting more unknown people.
And I think they're Kai's always going to have his general audience.
Yeah.
But if he's doing a streaming university centrally focused on, like, say, like everybody in this room, the amount of eyes on it might not have been quite at the level as, you know, say now where he has like a DDG, a Duke Dennis, India Love, Cooking with Kaya, and everybody. This guy. But you know what I mean, though?
I get what you mean.
And now, like, I'm like, you know, what's, you know, I guess sophomore year gonna look like? I don't know how he wants to like phrase this, but you know, the second rendition of this shit, what is it gonna look like?
Yeah, I hope it's more to like the unknown creators, because, you know, maybe I just have a soft spot because, you know, we're trying to, you know, be on the up and coming.
I'm known. Speak for yourself.
I really want to hate on him so bad. I want you to know I want to hate on this nigga so bad. Y'all have that one friend that just you want to hate on. It's him. It's him, because he'd be like, "Hey, I'm Tay. How y'all doing today?"
RJ, am I pretty likable?
RJ's the most.
He's shaking his head behind camera.
RJ's the most fairest person in here. So
that's real.
he's just nice,
No, you said he's the most fairest person here.
fair and nice.
No. You said fair.
More nice than
So
fair.
he keeps it 100.
This is the part where I'm just going to cut back to what he just said 10 seconds ago.
Oh yeah, I saw when you did the editing. I know you're only doing that for me, but it's okay. I just know I'm special. Google me.
We know you're special for sure.
Hey, I am special. I'm S tier.
I know.
So another point I kind of want to bring up too as well, when it comes to streaming university, one thing that came about of it is I think like the most like MVP moment why I kind of like brought it up is, you know, DDG was the most streamed at that time. I think that guy Ray and then Kai. I think the point I just want to bring to it is he actually was approached by like Netflix and Amazon and Tubi, and he turned it down because he wanted to show content creators that we are the next streaming service.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that kind of goes in the line of like what you were talking about of like, he's trying to like create that lane. And I'm just curious, what do you think Kai can do, knowing that he had the opportunity to filter through one of those big platforms and decided not to and just did it on his own?
I mean, if he wants to pay out, like, you know, quick lump sum payout, he can just, you know, license it to Netflix, HBO Max, or, you know, whatever platform. If he wants to control the intellectual property, just create a paywall, because he has enough people now at this point that are part of his following that'll tune in and pay, whether it be like a Patreon account or whatever have you. So,
but the reason why I'm bringing this up is with Pop Balloon.
Yeah.
When Pop the Balloon went to Netflix, it was the, you know, the great value version of Pop the Balloon.
I don't really tune into that shit too often, so
Fair. You're not missing.
yeah. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I've never seen a clip of it, but it's just like I can't sit here for an hour and just watch motherfuckers like come in like, oh, how many kids do you have? Like, or like, so what dress size do you wear? Like, you know, all that shit.
Yeah, so no, I think for me, or, you know, I was bringing up is like, is it sustainable? Does he need to partner with someone? Like, it will, like, I don't know. So I was kind of like, and so that's all. Well, shout out to Kai. Good job with Streaming University. Good job with all the things and all your endeavors. And hopefully next time, you know, you have the most known person on the podcast, you know, be on Streaming University, you know, Big Cartier, you know.
I'm more than certain I probably know twice as many people in the city know me than you.
I'm your favorite Portlander.
How if that? Never mind. All right.
With all that being said, we're going to get off into
Remy and Pep, unfortunately, So I have a very interesting relationship with this topic because, as you all know, I'm a huge battle rap fan.
Sure.
When the initial incident occurred with Remy's current boyfriend, Easy Block Captain, and Papoose, I was aware of it that night, and then mainstream media kind of caught on to it a few months later, or about a month later or so. I'm talked about this ad nauseum. Just kind of wish all this shit would go away, but Rob, you want to just give a breakdown for the people as far as like what this new installment of the Remy and Pap separation has been?
Yeah, you're actually one of the people who installed us to, instilled in me to repost one of my Remy and Papoose things. And pretty much what happened is Clarissa Shields went on the Breakfast Club and was talking about her upcoming fight. And she talked about Remy, but not really like in a bad way.
But she was also asked,
Thank you. And like she kept it pretty, PC, chill. And then that following, night, Remy got on her Instagram live and she's like, every time your girl talk, I'm gonna start going for you. And she started alluding to a lot of different things about Papoose. Trying to think what was like the major thing, calling him broke, calling him questioning him and his fatherhood, and then questioning how solid he was as a man in that relationship, which in turn would have Papoose, which really never speaks on stuff.
Yeah, and when all this drama was going on in the first place, he was quiet about it, never went to social media about any of the shit. So what happened, Rob?
Man, he said he wrote Remy's raps, like 90% of it. And like, I don't want to say I believe that. And then also he questioned, the whole relationship once Remy got out of prison.
So there were multiple incidents of infidelity on her part. He claimed,
Blackmail.
What was it?
Blackmail from Easy to
Blackmail,
Block.
which he then released some audio that kind of sounded sketchy and Anthony. Well, y'all know him as Easy, but that nigga is kind of he just shotty business in general. So it wouldn't surprise me. He's been kind of on some clout chaser shit as of the last like 2-ish years or so.
Yeah, and they're just both going back and forth. Also alluding to LGBTQ plus stuff.
Oh, she called him. She alluded to him possibly playing for the other team.
Papoose.
I know that's one.
That children being involved. And my question, the only reason I'm bringing this up because we had about this, the faces of black love.
I'll summarize it for you right now. Black love is turned into brown shit. And you can click that. It's just kind of crazy to me how just 10, 15 years ago, the narrative around their relationship was, this woman who had done some things that got herself incarcerated, and you have this black male who was supporting her through her time in prison. After her release, they were able to get married, build a family together. They have a 6-year-old daughter, and they were looked at as a couple that doesn't necessarily get into messy shit. And now we're in this situation where they're not legally divorced yet. They're separated, and it's just been a whole lot of messy bullshit between her current partner, Pap, and Remy, and then with Easy and Papoose having a situation at the event. What would that have been like? Sorry, the timeline's kind of fuzzy from here, but it's been like maybe a year,
been about,
almost 2 years since it happened when Pat put hands on him.
It's just like black love is is shit right now. But my question I kind of want to kick to you is like, if you are moving on, do you talk to the person you move on with? Be like, all right, don't speak about my ex-partner. Like, do you find Clarissa even talking about it as like hands-off territory, or how do you feel about that?
I didn't think she said anything that if I was Remy, I would take as disrespectful. She more or less just said like, no, I had no issue with her. It's none of my business. So, to me, it seemed like Remy was looking for a reason to say something, be combative with
Thank
Clarissa.
you.
And I would really, even though I know Remy's not no punk, I would really, encourage her to tread carefully, because unless you have a gun, like that's not gonna go how you think it will.
Hey man, you can beat anybody up, you can say anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That too, and also it's just been too much back and forth between the two of them. And if you don't want Pap, you think he's broke, this, that, and third. Yeah. We'll just get divorced and tell Easy to stop. It's weird. He got his ass beaten, still sending subtle jabs on Instagram.
Man, hey man, What did Thor say? You haven't beaten me twice.
Yep, but how you get them is how you lose them. So
Yeah, and I think my last little point on this is just like, yeah, it's just so weird in those times of like a relationship because, yeah, about like 1-2 years ago, I was like, yeah, Papoose is the blueprint for like, you know, supporting your girl, and I feel like, you know, I don't know. I can kind of sympathize with him with like, the embarrassment of like when you think that this is the person you're gonna be with, and like they're at this low frequency, and then they're like baiting you to like go there, and you finally go there, and you're just not yourself because it's kind of like I think when he looks back on this because he's just gonna be like that wasn't me. And even if someone's moving like shiesty, I know you always say if they go low, we go to the flow, but like they're both going to the flow. And
no. Quote me right. I said when they take it low, I take it to hell.
well, currently it's all hell, and don't you want it to stop?
What you think, Drew? You know me.
No.
Well, Pat, Remy, it's got to stop. But what's not going to stop is the next ad that's on the way, and we'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. Hold on. And I'm going to do my best Cartier Rob impersonation. We're back for part 2 of this episode. But nah, real talk, though. You know how forced you look doing it?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so...
What was that? But as y'all know, New Orleans is dear and near to my heart. So this upcoming topic is going to be kind of funny for me to think about. As
Really?
I'm sure many of y'all probably heard, there were 11 inmates that escaped from a New Orleans-based jail about a week or so ago. At this time, I believe 10 of the inmates have been recaptured. So, Rob, I got to ask, one, how much time would you have to be looking at to contemplate trying to escape out of prison? And secondly, if you were to get out, where would be the first place you would go?
Oh, damn.
And obviously, like New Orleans geography is kind of tricky, which is why I partially understand why they've been captured. But let's say it was in Portland.
See, I learned that too as well. Because you were actually telling us a little bit ago. It's New Orleans is pretty much on an island, and there's only 2-way.
It's like 3 ways to get out of the city, but they all pass through major highways and freeways. So I mean, like it was inevitable that they were going to get caught eventually.
If I remember correctly, like it's almost like a bowl, right?
Yeah.
See, yeah, okay. So to answer your question, I would have to be doing life. Like I'm not gonna see the outside world.
So if you were sitting down for 40 right now, at how old are you? 33?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like you're lying. So if you got sentenced tomorrow, you're doing 40 years.
Shit.
You know, that's a good chance. Like that might be it for you.
That's it.
All right. You telling me you wouldn't even contemplate it?
I'll contemplate it for sure because I feel like if New Orleans, I think it's harder to get to Mexico. In Portland, I have a shot, straight fucking shot. I could do it. Like there's enough places, especially we got the rain. The rain will help. You know, I feel like people don't want to search in the rain. I feel like
Rob, when he was a kid, hey, sorry, Timmy, it's raining out. I lost your dog.
I feel like there's that.
Just that.
Now, Rob, I have to ask. Okay, so just for all intents and purposes, if you escape from a prison based in Portland, Oregon, you're telling me the rain would help camouflage you in a city that's 4% black? Like I'm not sure.
No.
That's not gonna be very long.
No, that's not going to camouflage me. It's just like a nuisance. Because like when I'm looking at New Orleans, it's like hot all the time.
It rains there as well.
See, I don't go.
Yeah.
But
the
I'm
Portland
saying-
Police Department can afford raincoats and
They are, but it's kind of like, doesn't the rain fuck up the scents for like dogs and all that stuff, right?
What the fuck do you think this is? 1820?
Hey, man, I'm just saying. There's
Well,
a lot.
you think
There's a
they
lot
were-
of places to hide in
Well,
Portland.
you think they're relying on dogs to find prisoners?
Yeah,
Hell no.
milk cartons.
Bro,
Wow,
it's
that'd
gonna
be a sexy
It's gonna
milk
be a
carton.
digital footprint and cameras and shit like that.
I would also. I think I
Rob's
would.
still going to be posting on his Instagram story. Hey guys, look at me
Bro, you know
standing
what's
at the
crazy?
gym.
No, you know what's crazy? One of the
them
inmates,
did.
he actually got
Yeah.
locked up again because of that shit. He went live. He got out. The next day, he went live on Instagram, and they picked him up at his house like an hour later.
That's hilarious.
I definitely want to go home.
How would you let Mama T know you were out, or would you ever?
I definitely would. I would have to leave a sign, and then I would have to bolt to Mexico. What's a Mama T Rob?
So you
sign?
would go home then?
No, I wouldn't go home. But like we have spots in Portland that we frequent, where I feel like I would leave something and like she would know.
Interesting. You're gonna go somewhere that you previously have frequented to leave a sign.
for her.
PPV, don't let this.
But here's the thing.
It's raining.
I'm fine with that. So I would say, I'm trying to think, where would I go to start things off? Do I start in Northeast Portland?
Let's say you're on 60th and Columbia.
Damn.
I mean, it's still technically Northeast.
I think I would have to make it to. I'll try to make it to the St. John's area.
Fuck, why?
Because there's like that. There's like the train tracks, the shrubberies, a lot of abandoned buildings. I would like to make it over in that area. I feel like I'll be able to find a place for shelter for a night while being detected.
Maybe not across the river to like start heading towards Canada or anything.
No. I think I can get across the Mexican border before the Canadian border.
You think you're gonna make it all the way to Mexico without being apprehended?
But you're not getting into Canada. You think you can sneak into the Canadian border?
I know I'm not making it to Mexico for sure.
I feel like I would have to. I would have to try.
So you would hitchhike across the country.
How far is from Portland to the Mexican border?
Bro, it's,
Huh?
it's like 12 hours just to get to LA driving.
I'll make it. So where would you go? As you looking this up?
Why you always deflect? Like,
No, I'm
you
not
have-
deflecting.
You have a bad habit of this. Like,
I'm not deflecting. I'm fine with this.
Nah, deadass. I'll probably initially would try to cross the river into Washington, travel through the eastern portion of Washington up through Idaho, and then have to figure it out from there.
Okay.
Because I'll need,
So
Oregon's landmass is way too massive to be trying to maneuver through like the side of I-5.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying you're gonna be able to MacGyver yourself to the Canadian border that way?
I didn't say necessarily the Canadian border.
Okay.
All right, so it's 17 and a half hours straight south to
Driving, correct?
driving
Yeah.
to Mexico. It is 4.5 up to.
Okay.
Also, I just want to say, you can get walking directions to Canada.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't offer that for Mexico.
Okay.
You're getting lost without.
Okay.
this.
You're probably right.
That's
But
all
what's
I'm
the
saying.
what's the border you're most likely to cross out of those two?
Have you been to either one?
I just flew into.
So you haven't been to either one.
I flew.
What, you look down?
Yeah. And I was like, hey. But have you crossed the physical borders
Yes, into Mexico.
and
Talked about this on-
Canada?
We can drive.
Okay, thank you.
I flew.
So you.
But
mean
I've been to the border. We didn't cross through.
Okay, but I'm saying on something. So you think if you had to for your life, which border do you think you can confidently get across?
Honestly, probably the Canadian border. Going from here to Canada, I feel I'd have an easier time than going from here to Mexico, because I could at least halfway talk my way through shit. me trying to speed through the Mexican border, obviously there's a potential chance for language barriers. Hey, you clearly don't look like you're probably from here. So
No, you're fine. I don't know. I just think that I can.
also after having what would you say? It's probably like what a week long hitchhike. You look probably a little homeless at that point. Like,
Hey, I might have some money on me.
what do you? And hold on. And you're gonna spend it where?
Huh?
And you're gonna spend it where?
I gotta get some food.
And spend it where?
I'll show them a little something. Like, get me through.
You're just gonna show them money.
Yeah,
Who's them?
Wealth.
Who's them?
the people on the border.
So you're not gonna eat from here to Mexico,
I'll find some food.
which is what?
Money.
Wait.
What you gonna eat?
His plan is
What, you said money?
I will find a way to
he's gonna
buy
go up to-
things.
he's going up.
He's gonna use his card somewhere.
Yeah.
First and foremost, no, you gotta use pure cash.
So he's going up to the border. He's going up to border guards and like, hey, here's some cash.
Yes.
Yes.
Thinking that they're not some.
What do you think this is? Like some bar that's getting funded by the cartel or some shit? That you like set this shit? What the fuck?
Hey man, they might.
With
be-
an extra 13 hours, you could find a way through without confronting border guards at the Canadian border. Extra 13 hours.
Maybe I'm wrong and I'm willing to hold that, but I don't know. I feel like I have a better chance.
No way. But anyways, though, I would say for me, I'd have to be sitting at least 30 years to justify me attempting to make it out of prison. Because if you get caught, one, they're adding extra time to your sentence. I would imagine.
1,010%.
And also, just the difficulties of trying to live on the run is just crazy. So unless there was a strong likelihood I wasn't going to ever see life outside of a jail cell, it's not even worth it.
What if they were like, hey, you and 99 other guys gotta fight a gorilla?
And we go free? Oh, I mean, that's different. That's completely different. If my charges are being dropped.
If you win.
If my charges are being dropped?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we line it up. The fuck? No, hell no. Yeah, wait, and how many years am I looking at?
Oh, life.
Oh, yeah, no, that gorilla's dead.
Just don't be in the first wave.
That's pretty much it, yeah, bro. So we send Rob first.
Hey, nah.
It's like, you remember Mighty Ducks, like the Bash Brothers? So he's like the strong one, AJ's the fast one. And then Koss grabs the leg. Like, guys.
AJ been wilding in the group chat.
Hey, he be playing rugby and shit, so I feel like he can hold his own.
Oh, 1,010%. 1,010%. And then Cost does the not Krav Maga. He does jujitsu.
He does?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. He tries to do. I'm like, look here, man.
Awkward transition. Weather's been pretty nice this week.
The weather has been pretty nice.
Hasn't again looking forward to summer kicking up.
Man, there's so many things I got planned for the summer.
Oh, word? What you got planned?
I actually am not gonna tell you because I think my summer plans will be better than your summer plans.
We'll see.
So we got a game for y'all. And the game that we have for y'all is we're going to do a draft. And we're going to have ranked 1 through 5. And I'm going to pick something.
Snake draft?
Snake draft. Summer related. And at the end of it, we're going to have you, the people, rank who had the best summer plans. So, for example, if I say something in my summer lineup of swimming.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Go ahead. Oh, you want it like that. All right.
All right, best 2 out of 3? Or
Best 2 out of 3.
just straight 1? Yeah, 1. All right, and then how are you doing? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, or rock, paper, scissors?
Rock, paper, shoot.
What?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I did that on purpose, y'all.
No, yeah, get the fuck out of here. So Rob, hold on. Just because you
paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, all right.
I'm joking around.
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Hey, you gotta let them win sometimes.
Let me kick it off.
Rob, gotta let the Prince on taps all the time.
That part.
He doesn't win.
I'm a
It's
host-
reverse psychology.
I'm a
I
host-
think.
I'm a host of cookout. I know you can't grill, so it's like foreign.
First and foremost, okay, if you're hosting a cookout, I feel like that's fair. That takes away so many different things. Okay, tell me if this is wrong. Can I just have BBQ because you're just hosting a party?
It's the same.
Okay,
fucking
that's
shit.
all I wanted to see. All right, if you're doing that, I'm gonna start things off with beach. I think in the summer you gotta go to a beach.
It's a snake draft.
Okay, I'll go again. I'm gonna say fireworks.
I'm gonna go to outdoor concert.
Fuck.
Outdoor concert, and then renting a boat.
I fucking hate this guy. Okay. Rooftop parties. And then I'm also, because I think I'm gonna have to say rooftop parties. Damn, he said boat. I was on my mind. I'm gonna say, because we gotta have a dessert, I'm gonna say we gotta hit up all the local dessert spots.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a brunch day fade.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last one, riding scooters or Nike Bike Town bikes at some point as a group.
Okay. And then I'm gonna bring it home where we gotta go to the fair. Waterfront.
I thought you already did your 5.
I
think so, one more
Oh yeah. Okay, that was it. All right.
Thank you, RJ. We gotta hit up the fair.
Sounded like you wanted a finger snap at the end of that.
Okay, Cat. So, at the end of this, rate our summer activities. Who got it? Who did it? Who did the best? You know, if you follow my itinerary, you'll be taken care of. I promise you.
My shit speaks for itself.
Mm.
All right, but finals is approaching. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just got announced as the NBA MVP this week.
Well deserved.
Yep, I saw Coach John Calipari was thrilled because I want to say this is the first player he's ever coached. Actually, no, it's not. It's the second player he's ever coached that's won the MVP. So I saw a thread the other day of who people think might be the best player to ever play for Cal. So I want to do like another draft if you're down for it.
You know, I am down for another draft, but I will say this. Even though I am my league fantasy basketball champ in 2 leagues, I might add you, I think I'm going to need some help with this draft. I think I got to phone a friend.
Where who you about to set up?
He's on this movie review podcast, and I think he's got a better memory than I do when it comes to hoops. RJ, can you use some help? I need to beat Tay.
All right, checking in. Alex Caruso checking in.
Yes.
Bald Mamba.
He's here.
All right, bet. Let's get to it, bro. So, gonna do a draft, snake draft. Best players to ever play for Cal. That's any school, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's
No, I got you.
the best version of them.
Best version.
In college.
In college, not NBA. In college.
All right.
One,
All right.
Or are we doing the shoot, or what are we doing? I just want to establish the rules again here.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock,
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Fuck.
Haha, I got first dibs.
Mm.
All right. First pick,
You just gonna set me up.
Derrick Rose.
Oh, you fucked up already.
Nope.
All right.
Already won already.
I'm gonna do Anthony Davis. And we're doing social media.
Social media.
results. All right. So Anthony Davis, John Wall.
Oh, I was going to pick one.
Damn. Come on, man.
Boogie Cousins. And I'm going to go with Booker.
No,
I'm going to go with Booker.
I called the right person.
The shooter.
I would not have put Booker there. So I'm gonna go with Marcus Camby.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring it way back.
And I'm gonna go Marcus Camby and Tyreek Evans.
Oh, Tyreek. All right.
Gambling Tyreek?
So I got 2 more, right? Yeah, that's how it goes, right? Yeah. Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Big Cat.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna go Big Cat, and I'm gonna go with you know what? I think I'm gonna go Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero? Tough. I'm gonna go close out. If you really watch basketball, you'll know how cold this guy is. I'm gonna say Tyler Eulis.
That is exactly who I was thinking about. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking as soon as you said that name. Damn. All right, I won though.
Oh, you got one more, don't you?
D Rose, Boogie, Book,
Cat,
and Hero.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Yep.
Or all right. So initially, when we were talking off camera, I'll just say it now. Who I thought you were gonna say, and he's for sure in Cal's top 10. DeJuan Wagner. Yeah, but I know, like, if we put up a poll online, you know, unless you were from that area, you're not gonna know how cold he was.
So let us know.
Booker in college though,
He was a shooter. He had pretty good games.
bro, he was like the 6th best player on that team though. Malik Monk, that was a wolf for me. But I'm pretty solid with my team. Who I had Anthony Davis, John Wall, Marcus Camby,
John Wall.
Tyreek Evans, and Tyler Eulis. Yeah. I damn near said Terrence Jones. I ain't gonna hold you.
No one said Terrence Jones. No one went Portland Legend.
Only reason why I didn't is because everybody out Pitts, they won Conference Player of the Year.
Oh, okay. That's a good basis, though. I think so.
And 3 of them, three of them were Freshman of the Year, and 2 were National Player of the Year.
So
I got the winner. His only championship.
the best way to end this debate is for y'all to comment. Please let us know.
And can we put their stats too as well? I don't need the accolades, just like the stats from their best season. So that way that Devin Booker pick can look kind of crazy.
Yes,
Thank you.
we can do that. Sorry, Andrew.
With his
I'll help you with that.
with his 8 points per game in college.
Oh, to not make it so much.
You saw what?
Look at that 3-point percentage in college.
35. No, it's probably a little higher than.
So y'all, let us know if Team RJ and Rob beats Tay. Now, I will say this. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that we're doing this, and because to be honest with you, it like pulls in other elements of like, because you never know, we might add Andrew to it or vice versa. But this is a bit of a shorter episode today. But hey, if y'all like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate y'all. This month's been crazy. We're receiving a lot of support. More surprises for at the end of this year. But this is Cartier Rob.
Stay forward.
And we're out.